All right. That was season 2, episode 1 of Demon Slayer. Oh my god, that was a great episode.
I think it made me happier to watch it that I had just seen the movie. Like, I'm so glad we chose to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Because seeing, like, almost like we were seeing behind the scenes of the movie, or like cuts that they took out of the movie.
Yeah.
Or like, you know those like director's cuts or whatever that are sometimes like way longer than the actual movie
like
that was
Snyder
released.
Cut.
Yeah, that's how it felt. It was so exciting.
Can you imagine your first... Like, so imagine you went into this not seeing the movie, right?
Yes.
And your first experience of Rengoku's past or his family is that positive.
Of his dad.
You're
so right.
Saving people, saving a family, like literally a family, a generation. So you saved the grandmother and her daughter, who then had a daughter that we're seeing firsthand, who got saved by Rengoku. But imagine that that's the first thing you're seeing, only to find out what his dad is now to Rengoku.
Like, impact-wise, is it more impact to have seen the dream of him, how he is, and then seeing how he was in the past, or if you had seen how he was in the past and then learned from the dream? I mean, we're going to get to see it that reverse way.
I can only imagine it's devastating. To be like, oh my gosh, this guy looks like a badass. He's so cool. And then seeing, like, worthless. Doesn't matter that you became a Hashira.
It's like you want to know even more after seeing how he did say, Rengoku, when he was looking at his dad in the dream, like, he was a passionate man.
Yeah.
He was probably almost identical to the kind of personality that Rengoku seems to be. And that is just like, how can a man like that, what has to happen to such a passionate person? Like, Rengoku was literally dying and he still had passion and love and was like, nothing is worthless, like, you are not worth, like, he still had that even though he was literally dying. So what had to happen to his dad to lose that?
Okay, so we know Tanjiro's whole reason for becoming a demon slayer and his passion is for Nezuko. We know that love has been mentioned as something important by Shinobu's older sister. I'm blanking on her name right now.
Kane.
Yeah, Kane. And so we know that kind of thing plays a huge role in this life. And we know that Rengoku's mother, unfortunately, passes away.
Yeah.
Could it have been his passion for some reason to be a demon slayer because of her, whether it was saving her, whether it was something else? And once she passed away, everything that he had for being a demon slayer was lost?
I know that heartbreak in reality can be so devastating that it literally breaks a person. I mean, the word break is literally in heartbreak. And it is totally true that losing the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with can have a huge dramatic change in your life and how you view living. So to me, like, I feel like if that's the reason, I would definitely have empathy and sympathy for the father. And even, like, if you think about it, if you're that heartbroken, sometimes looking at your kids, if they resemble your wife or remind you of your wife, it might be painful for that too. But it's maybe like I almost got the energy from him, like, life was meaningless. Why is he even alive anymore? And Rengoku said he just stayed and read, like, the manuscripts, I think, about flame stuff, like
flame
information, flame technique.
Yeah. I've seen a few people complain about the route that the anime's taking and how its choice to, readapt the Mugen Train arc with their own information in it. I can't see anything but a positive at the moment.
Right now, I'm enjoying it for sure.
I think that it is such a good opportunity to give us more information and show us the arc in a different light. And already, like, just one episode in, I can tell you straight up, I did not think it was going to be as fruitful as it was.
His Rengoku, what happens to him is going to be even more painful now because we are literally getting 7 episodes of more attention to him, scenes we didn't see, moments we didn't see. Obviously, this first episode, we didn't see any of it, and already, like, I've learned more about him and how he treats people. in his day-to-day life. Like how noble he is, how fast he can run because of total concentration, breathing constant. Like how he'll just like buy all these bentos from someone so they can get home safe. Like,
yeah,
he is so admirable, and no wonder all of the Hashira had nothing but like I love him basically to say about him.
I thought it was very interesting that the love Hashira had seemingly was taught with him.
Yeah, or like he taught her things.
That was interesting. But to go to what you said, like how like he had an effect on every person that he met in this episode.
Yeah.
He met with the noodle or udon shop owner, and he had such an effect that the shop owner, who seemingly was going through a little bit of a tough time because people weren't there, was willing to give him a free meal. Mm-hmm. Delicious. And then we saw how he met Fuku and how the grandma. We saw that how he not only bought the bento boxes to perhaps get them home safe, but he then gave the bento boxes to these train workers. Mm-hmm. As a little bit of an alibi, which I loved, by the way, how a demon slayer's kind of has to go undercover like hunters and supernatural.
He was like, I
almost.
am a bento vendor.
Yeah.
I was like, you liar.
And then
he just immediately jumps off the train.
Yeah. Well, no. Earlier, when he first went to the train yard and all the employees were there, and when he first met this demon, he gave all the employees bentos, and then he smelled the demon who was holding the kid hostage. And like everybody who we've seen Rengoku meet has had a positive effect in their life because of him.
Yeah.
He is.
It's just crazy. Like, think about it this way. He found the slashed lady one night. Literally, she gets rushed, she gets healed, she gets protected. Oh. And then, literally, that next, I would say it was the nighttime, he meets Fuku and the grandma, and we get the possibility that something bad's gonna happen. And then, literally that morning, the something bad happens, but he's already, like, saved. He's already saved another kid, and then he rushes this way. He's, like, dotting all over this city, like, saving people.
You see how a Hashira really works.
Yeah, before the train even becomes before he even gets on it, he's already saved 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
By the way, I thought the animation and art was great this episode.
I did. I was very impressed.
I loved everything about it. I'm so excited to hear Lisa's new opening and closing theme. And to see what else they do with this arc, honestly.
Is it a weird feeling that I have that I almost don't want to stop this discussion and don't want to stop talking about this episode? Because it keeps occurring to me in my mind that we have to now wait a week. Because we're used to watching 2 in a row. Maybe watch 4 in a day.
I'm going to be refreshing this page until episode 2 comes out. Oh my gosh. All right. We have to end it at some point.
No.
Well,
don't let it come to an end.
Well, I'm excited to watch next episode, and that will be shown to us all on Sunday, and we will also be releasing that episode on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So if you care to, please watch it with us. We love that. So if you've enjoyed this video, like it, comment down below what you enjoyed about this episode, and if you're excited or not for the upcoming season, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next week.
Because we're used to watching 2 in a row. Because we're used to watching 2 in a row. Because we're used to watching 2 in a row.
Because we're used to watching 2 in a row.